Welcome to OTD, also known as On the Deck. My name is Adam Arduna. This is my mom, Gina.
He is the journalist.
And she's the enthusiast.
And she is enthusiastic because we're ranking football.
Yes, we're talking NFL once again today. This is now transitioning to the AFC East. Yes. AFC East. And so that includes the New England Patriots. AFC East. Right. We have the New England Patriots. We have the New York Jets. We also have
Miami
Dolphins. Thank you.
And who do we have?
And the Buffalo Bills. Okay, so let's just go ahead and get right into this right now. What are your initial thoughts, high and lows, on whichever one of those teams you want to start with?
Well, I'm going to start with who the team I think is actually going to end up number one, which is the Buffalo Bills, and I'm going to tell you
number one. Okay.
I cannot stand.
Okay.
I literally cannot stand the head coach.
Okay.
Me and Rex don't get along.
Rex,
Ryan, and I.
Ryan.
Everybody's like, he's a player's coach. Did you?
We all know who he is as a person.
We all know who he is.
He's hard to like.
Was when he was with my Oilers.
Exactly.
However, he is a defensive mind, and defense wins championships.
Yes.
I think the Bills will have the number 3 defense in the whole league this year, right behind the Seahawks and the Texans.
Okay.
And I just think that the Bills, the high for me is that is a shutdown defense. And I think that they're going to cause a lot of havoc up and down the AFC, specifically in this division.
Wow. Well, that actually threw me for a loop.
I know.
I totally agree with you as far as the defense goes. I think offensively is where they're going to really make a lot more noise this year. They just re-signed Tyrod Taylor to that new contract. And they do have LaShawn McCoy, who is a great running back in the NFL. And they do have Sammy Watkins out there on the outside. I just think they're going to continue to improve. As long as the O-line is good, they're going to be fine. And, yeah, obviously that defense is great. Okay, so we got the Bills. All right, now we're going to you want to go to the Jets?
Let's talk about the Jets.
Okay, Jets. Yes. Okay, so
is the quarterback controversy settled at the Jets? Because last I checked, I think they were still fighting about that.
No, I think it's settled. It's Ryan Fitzpatrick's team. He still rocks the beard. He's a Harvard guy, so he's a really smart quarterback. He's kind of been bounced around a little bit, but he's a quarterback that knows how to win games. And he's kind of a gunslinger, and I kind of like his style of play. He's not my all-time favorite type of quarterback, but I do like what he brings to the team.
Well, for me, the thing about the Jets is that they've taken too long to find their rhythm, and they have a relatively new coach. I just don't think that you have enough consistency there in the coaching staff and really in the offense. They've had reported issues in the locker room, which may be settled this year, but I think when you have people in there punch each other, again, that was last year, it's hard to fix that and fix that dynamic. When I've watched them a little bit in the preseason, this looks like a team to me that's still trying to find its identity.
Yeah.
So the low for me overall is I just don't think they know who they are as a Jets team. Are they a run offense? I don't know. Haven't seen it. Are they a gunslinger? You're right. They have a smart quarterback, but they just settled in on him. Defensively, who are we? What schemes are we running out of? Do we have the right guys in the right place? I haven't seen anything from the Jets. I think they're going to be one of the big disappointments this season.
Well, and I agree with you that the head coach is a defensive-minded coach. This is his second season. They were just a game away from making the playoffs last year. I think they have a lot to build on. Ryan Fitzpatrick, you have Brandon Marshall. You did just pick up Matt Forte in the backfield. I think you have some weapons on offense, but like you said, there isn't a real threat. What are you? Who are you? Are you going to show up in the big games? Are you going to self-destruct from the locker room situations? You still do kind of have Geno Smith. You did pick up another young rookie quarterback. Is that a help or hurt? You don't really know. So it's kind of a mixed bag. They have potential. They could go ahead and make a lot of noise, but at the same time, you just don't know. So we'll find out from there. Okay, so moving on
to Miami.
We got the Miami Dolphins. Okay, you got Ryan Tannehill at Miami, South Beach. Okay. Right now, they're kind of dealing with their own stuff, especially, this is kind of off the rails, but they just got rid of Dwayne Wade said, I'm done with you guys. So one of their big cornerstone elite athletes within that city is gone. So I think that kind of doesn't have a huge impact as far as football goes, but the city kind of lost its heart a little bit,
Let's sit there. Let's land there for a minute. I think you're making a point. When you have people like Dwayne Wade who represent the city of Miami, I know we all know he's an NBA player. We're not saying that.
Right.
But it does kind of take its toll on the overall feel in the city and the town.
One of the big stars of all of sports just said, I'm actually out of here. I'm over all of this.
Right after the mass exodus of Big Baby who went back to Cleveland.
Thank you. So I think there's a lot of different rebuilding going on. They also are dealing with a new head coach, new system, new scheme. I did mention Ryan Tannehill. But there are some things. It's Miami. It's always been difficult to win. They don't have a Super Bowl. Or at least when Dan Marino was there, he could never win a Super Bowl. And so they've had good teams. They are capable of being a good team. But we don't know. But the defense looks to be pretty good.
That's what
and
I was
Ndamukong
gonna
Suh, yeah, go ahead and finish up on that.
We kind of told you the lows. Let's
Yes.
talk about the highs.
Right.
And Ndamukong Suh is there, even though he went out with a little nick to his ankle the other day in preseason.
Right.
That is a bad man.
Bad
and who's
man.
the new running back they've got down there?
Arian Foster, who they just
Foster.
acquired from the Houston Texans. So that's another big step up. And our boy Daniel Thomas. K-Stater,
one of your
good
former
running back,
teammates.
one of my good friends. Another guy down there that's going to be able to make plays.
So here's what I'm going to say. I think that Miami is a cutie team.
That's sure.
our, just so you don't know, that's a see you in 2 years team. And I really think Miami's going to be, I think in 2 years the league's going to look drastically different about who's on
coming
top.
out of that state. And all those teams out of Florida.
Jacksonville, Miami, Florida.
There'll be some
hold
good,
on for about 2
yeah,
years.
if you guys just stick with it. Yes, and Mario Williams has some new life down there at defensive end that will help the defense as well.
Yeah, so that, I mean, it's hard to talk about Miami because I think they're just really in a lot of flux. But stick with them. They might shock a few people.
They might shock some people. All right, well then we move on.
Is there another team?
What
Who
team
else is in
are
that
we
division?
thinking about? I don't even know. Okay, all right, let's go. New England Patriots. All right, so we've got New England. I don't know if you can just, I don't know the best analogy. You get tired of, drinking the same drink all the time. You're like, hey, I need a new flavor. That's the way I feel about the New England Patriots. I'm tired of talking about them for whatever reason. They're always in the news for something else. And whether it's Aaron Hernandez, is it Tom Brady? Are they cheating? Whatever the case may be, they're always in the news for something. And I'm tired. I need a new flavor. Yeah, I mean, seriously, there's always something. Everyone's always on them. Some people say either you hate them or you love them. I actually used to really like them with Drew Bledsoe. Even the early years with Tom Brady, I thought they were a really good team.
You did.
In 2001, when they won it, I thought it was a big deal because, the patriotism of the United States, it was a patriot, after all the stuff that happened in 9/11. Yeah, seriously. I mean, they had a lot of really good players that I used to really like. And so, but now they've just kind of, I don't want to say certain words.
I know the words you're thinking. We'll just move on.
But we'll move on. So that's the way I feel about it. I just need a new flavor. And I'm over it. It's the same taste to me and I don't like it.
I really like that analogy because they're kind of like, they're not even like the same Kool-Aid. It's now like drinking the generic Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
It's off.
It's just
when
off.
you get the fruit punch from the store brand versus the Kool-Aid fruit punch, there's something a little different
It
there.
is, exactly.
And either way, you need to get off the Kool-Aid
anyway. Right.
Now, I'm going to give you one high for them.
Sure.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people have been down on him. He got to start a few games last year when Brady was hurt, and they were like, he wasn't that impressive. It is his team to go out there and snatch it. Tom Brady is old. He is very talented. I'm not saying that, but he's at the end of his career.
Yeah.
Jimmy, you need to go in and do to him what he did to Bledsoe, which is take that team.
Correct.
Go get those first 4 wins. I hate my tongue right now for saying this. I'm going to root for the Patriots in their first 4 games because I think if Jimmy Garoppolo gets in there and proves himself, that's his team and that's the future. That's the one high I have for the Patriots right now.
I totally agree with you. Overall, as a team, they are well coached. They've got a good coaching staff, et cetera, et cetera. We all know what they're capable of doing.
Bill Belichick is a genius.
Yeah, our Super Bowl contending team, we all understand that. But I think it is time for some fresh flavor up in there, and Jimmy Garoppolo brings that to this team. Now, he hasn't done particularly well in this preseason. In the last game, Tom Brady played. He had a pretty good drive, threw for a touchdown, and then Jimmy
didn't have a hangnail that game?
Yeah, exactly. Did you hear about he cut something? Whatever.
I did.
But the point, exactly, that's more to the point. There's always something going on. Anyways, but it is Jimmy's team. You've got 4 games in the regular season to go prove it and say, hey, I'm worthy. You guys drafted me. I'm not a free agent guy. You actually drafted me. Let me go ahead and do what I'm capable of doing and show the world that, hey, even if they just cannot get off the Tom Brady train, there's another team that is going to be like, well, shoot, we'll take you have you be our starting quarterback. And I think he's got a chance in New England, and so hopefully he can go do it. All right. Let's rank him. We got just enough time to go ahead and do it.
We do? Okay.
Yes.
Well, all that being said, I was going to pick the Patriots, except that I've been watching the Bills. I'm going to actually pick the Bills #1.
Okay.
I'm going to pick the Patriots #2. I'm going to pick the Jets #3, and Dolphins, unfortunately, are going to be 4th there in that division. But again, they're a cutie team. See you in 2 years. That's how I'm going to go.
I'm also very much the same with you, but I am going to flip the 2. Unfortunately, I still have to go with New England just because I think they're just an overall better team. But I definitely think the Buffalo Bills have a lot of good things to produce,
Rex.
and I think they're going to have a good season. Miami, they're still down at the bottom, and then the Jets, if they can just put it together, they've got a team that can contend, and they can beat the Patriots. And so Dale Revis is still out there in the backfield on the secondary for that defense, and I think there's a lot to be said for that. And so we'll see what happens in this season. AFC East, is a good division. So we'll see what happens.
Rivalry division.
It is. So with that, we want to say thank you for joining us. We appreciate your time. We'll see you next time, folks.